Well, got out of work this morning. Had to come down and help a buddy of mine out. Blew the drive shaft out of his semi, so my little Ford is pulling his truck out of the way. He's got another truck that he's gonna brought his other truck down to put into it. So squeaked the tire just a little bit in the stones. I locked the hubs in just in case I needed it, but I never even put it in four-wheel drive, so a little bit uphill, but she pulled it. I knew I'd pull it, but I just was wondering if I'd spin or not. So
well, yeah, after my little 06 Chevy had to pull an entire semi loaded with grain around the block.
yeah, but you were on pavement.
Yeah, but I was how many thousand pounds too?
90.
All right then.
I'll never live it down. All right. Remote start work. I guess I don't have to change the batteries in it. All right, up here at the hospital in Toledo, well, Health and Wellness Center. Getting some stuff checked out. Had a blood clot in my right calf back in February, and been on blood thinners and got it all taken care of, and had to see a vein doctor, and they were talking about whether or not I need to have that vein stripped or cauterized shut and stuff. The one vein that brings the blood back up your leg, it's got all these little check valves that open and close in it to keep it from pooling. And my left leg's perfect. My right leg, he said on a school scale I get a C or a C minus for how they work. So he left it up to me, and he said I didn't have to do anything right now, so I'm not gonna. I gotta lose some weight, which I know. I did lose 6 pounds since the last time I was up here, so that's a good start. So we'll see what happens. So I'm up here in North Toledo. I'm almost to the Michigan line. So we gotta put the keys in the ignition. I just killed the truck. Busy talking to you guys, and I didn't put the key in the ignition after I did the remote start. I've done that for more often than not. Sorry about that. Nose itches. Had that dang mask on in there. I did wash my hands good with Perel. So yeah, we're 4:45. I got about 2.5 hours of sleep before I had to come up here. So I don't know. I might go home. I got to do some running around. I got to go to the bank. Of course, I might just wait and do that Friday. I think I will. What is today? The 10th. So Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I'll go Friday. That'll be the 12th. Might get something to eat while I'm up here. Anyway, just letting you guys know what's going on. I guess this is how it works. So we will we'll check in later. Well, all right. On my way home, went from sunshine to this in about 1/8 of a mile. You can see by the clouds, it don't look like it's going to last long. The wind is fierce today, though. Blowing sideways. It's kind of hard to stay in your own lane. So I'm not going to do much of this, but yeah. Getting a little rain. That's what we need. Well, all right. Man, that wind is whipping out there. Hit that little shower in Woodville, coming through town there, and it lasted about a mile. I got through the other side of the Woodville, and the sun was shining. So yeah. But I know I got a tire getting a little low on the truck, or at least my dashboard's telling me that. It's the low tire symbol is on. Problem with that is that it comes on when it gets down to 50, and I don't run much more than 50 in them tires come wintertime. So anyway, I'll find my good tire gauge. So I'll pump these tires up to about max pressure. I always run them a little soft come wintertime, get a little more gription out of them. Well, let's see what we can do about this. One nice thing about when I built this garage, I have that big compressor, but it's in the other building over there. It's in my old shop, and I run 1.5-inch conduit, gray electrical conduit, right next to the actual 3-inch conduit that comes out here to feed the service. And I brought it up in that corner, and then I ran an air hose through it. I bought some half-inch ID plastic brake line that's rated for 300 psi, or brake line, air line. It's rated for like 300 psi, and I ran that through that conduit. So I've got air in here, but the noise from the compressor's in the other building. I'm lucky. I like my rims that came on the truck. The stock ones, they're dirty. The clear coat's coming off of them in spots. They just need a good cleaning. But can you see me now? But I like them, which is a good thing, because there are so many rims out there anymore. The guy'd have to have a hard time choosing what you'd want. Boy, there's a bunch of them. And they're expensive too. You want to know what's never made sense to me? Is I've got 20-inch wheels, and I'm running a 35-inch tire. And them tires are more expensive than a 35-inch tire for a 15-inch rim. But there's a whole lot more rubber to the 15-inch rim ones. That never made sense to me. I give my tire guy a hard time about that every time. I said, I'm getting less rubber. There's a bigger hole in the middle of it, but yet it costs more money. He just laughs. How many of you people know what the chalk method is for checking the inflation on your tires? Raise your hand if you do. You guys know what I'm talking about? Take a piece of chalk, you get out on the road or in a parking lot, asphalt parking lot or something like that. It's got to be pretty big. You take a piece of chalk, that big thick sidewalk chalk works the best, and you make a stripe right across each one of your tires. And you drive straight for about 100 yards, and you stop. And you get out and you look at the chalk marks. If the chalk marks are gone on the outside of the tire, but in the center it's still pretty strong, that means you've got too much weight and not enough pressure in your tires, and they're riding like this. They're not pumped up. Now on the other side of it, if you've got the chalk markers worn out in the middle, but it's still there on the outside edges, then you're running too much pressure. And the tire is actually, you know, instead of riding flat, it's pumped up in the middle. Now, you always want to run the same pressure on your both tires on the same side, on like the front axle or the back axle, but they can be different front to rear to get the proper setting, because the front of your truck or your car or whatever most generally has a lot more weight on it, so you'll need to run a little more pressure in the front tires than you do in the back tires. But see, I'm pulling campers and goosenecks and everything else with this all the time, so I pretty much run max pressure during the summer. Then I let them down, like I said, a little gription. Get a little gription in the wintertime when the roads are crappy. I gotta get a new gauge or a rebuild kit for this. Little tire inflation 101. Lesson there. Battery was charged that I put in there from a little Milwaukee ratchet. So there's that. All right, get my checkbook and stuff out of the truck. Go in the house. I think I'm just going to kick back in the lazy boy for a little bit, see if I can catch another nap. Ooh, way too close. Way too close. Sorry about that. All right, well, we will talk at you tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope everybody's well. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Dixonburg G1, 7200.
All right, well, we just got called out for a fire run. Power went out. Power line's down. So I gotta try and open this door manually. Right around the corner.
G5 to G1. Go ahead. Well, I've seen nothing showing, just the tree laying across the power lines. A tree just laying on the road. Where? Are you east or west of the down line? We are west of the down lines. Clear, we'll come in from the east.
Could you repeat that traffic?
If you haven't already done so, would you contact Leo Edison and ETA, please?
Looks like the worst of it's over already. I got a little limb down. We didn't get much rain. We didn't get much rain.
Sorry,
I just had a report of a possible funnel cloud on 53 by 523. 53 by 523.
A little bit of rain. Now they're talking possible funnel cloud.
That's clear coming.
Hey, that corn's up. Huh, I just seen it. That's a good deal there. Got a little bit of small leaves on the road. Whew, it's hot. Temperature dropped about, well, it was 94 a little bit ago, 93, and now my truck says 77. It's going down. It was hot in the garage. So we'll run down here. Ain't much we can do for this. Tree across the power lines, and it was reported on fire.
G2 to G1.
They were saying 70 mile an hour winds. So I'll believe it too.
Go ahead.
Watching the trees. Got the corn
Do you
blowing.
want us to respond to your location? We also got a report from firefighters coming to the station. Break. Go ahead. That there's wires down across the road on West Madison Street. Well, I'll set out here if you want to check that normal traffic. That's clear.
Yeah, I see the lights up here.
G2, 7200.
Go ahead.
There's a tree
Did you
laying
copy that
down.
traffic?
Negative. Can you repeat?
We have report of wires down across the road on West Madison Street. We're going to investigate.
You're clear. 7200 weather spotters.
Go ahead. This is Woodrow Fire.
All right.
Just a couple report in the Clyde area. Off-duty officer believes he saw 2 funnel clouds. Basin Drive, Kenner 223 in that area.
People pulled up in the middle of the road. Don't know what the heck's going on. Pedestrians, civilians, being nosy.
7200, 7236.
All right, I'm gonna get off here. Well, all right, I'm gonna get out of here. We got crews on both ends.
Probably no Limerick. I'm in Clyde right now.
Traffic. Edison's been
That's clear. I'm
notified.
headed to 412.
They won't give us an ETA. Probably be a few hours. But yeah, big limb off of a tree blew down. Took the high voltage wire off the
Where
top.
are you at right now?
One of them, both of them down there, and the other one, 2 back is
Gonna be
down.
53.
Boy. Radio's just going constantly with tree limbs down and power lines down. Fremont, an off-duty officer thought he seen a couple of funnel clouds. So yeah, it was quite the front. Corn's blowed over at about, I don't know, 10-15 degrees of a lean from the wind.
Gibsonburg Station, G11 Station.
So I'm going to head home. Nothing going on here.
Dusty Township Fire 7200.
Township, go ahead.
On scene, Portland Road, Westwood area. 3 down, lines down. Edison needs to be notified.
Looks like we got some rain shafts over there coming out of the backside of that cloud.
Attempting to make contact with Edison right now.
Looks like Kenny Put up some road closed signs. Or Huffy. See Huffy's truck, maybe they're both working on it.
260 just north of 101 is completely blocked by a tree.
Township Rising Center, be advised, Edison lines are down. I'll make contact with them as soon as possible.
Yes, we're clear.
House here, lost some shingles. She's out taking pictures. Well, I didn't lose them. They were peeled up pretty good, though.
7225, 7
Yeah.
7225. In the area of 600 and County Road 26, just west of County Road 26, there is a couple of power poles that are leaning towards the road. They're not falling over at this time. If you could advise, get your work fire and also contact the power company. Clear. 1833.
Yeah. So, one of the guys on Helena department that lives over that way, he stopped there. His uncle lives there, and he said that there was power poles down there in 26 and 600 that were snapped off. They're not on the road, but they're leaning pretty good. So, sheriff that was there, we told him about it, released him. He went and checked it out. He just called in and said there's a couple of them leaning. So, Edison will get called about that too. So yeah, these guys will be out here for quite a few hours tonight before Edison gets around. It's maybe, I don't know. We were one of the first ones called, I think. They might come here first.
Go ahead.
Oh, she's dark over there. That's the north, and that's east.
1834.
That's Fremont. So she's dark yet. Dark.
7230.
I did put a rain gauge out, but
538.
when it's raining sideways like it was.
Hold to the mayor, second one, ready again.
Oh, we got a tree limb down over here.
4347. 4347.
Roma corn. Yep, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but yeah, my corn's up.
7225, 7223.
That makes me happy.
These poles out here at 600 are not posing a hazard right at the moment. If there's nothing else, can I go ahead and go out service then?
Yeah, she's dark. She's dark to the east.
7200.
Heading up over the lake.
On the west side of the county.
And that wagon right there.
Full power lines down on Conrad 41. 5421 Conrad 41.
So that wagon was actually parked back there.
That's good. What's the nearest cross on it?
I see my old tree. My old leaner. She went down. I'm not surprised about that.
7200, place 150.
The old girl, she's been fighting. Oh, I broke the top out of that little maple tree, though. Daggone it. I didn't want to see that happen. Alright, well.
Clear 1836.
The roofs are still on the barns. So that's
Township
good.
Fire 7200.
Go ahead.
Contact County Engineer Department. See if we can get the barricades for Portland Road, close the road down. It's going to be sometime before Edison's available, I'm assuming.
Clear.
Force of habit, I reached up and hit the button to open the door. Yeah, that didn't work real well. So I'll park outside here.
230, 7200, show me out.
Roll some windows up. I'll go look at the...
You're 38.
We'll go look at the damage back here. Grab my radio. phone. Shut the truck off. Yeah, part of this tree come down a couple years ago. Camper was sitting here and just caught the edge of it. So here we go. That's all that's left of it. Poor old girl.
Okay, the tree's laying down across them. Looks like it appears to be fallen and cable lines. No power lines are knocked down.
I'd have to say it's
The one eastbound lane
35, maybe 40 feet tall. But it was a huge maple tree. Huge maple tree. I mean, just this little piece right here. There's a good 10 inches right there. 8, 9 inches. And that's... But yeah, this big old piece here went down. Here's what happened last time. Right here on the camper. You see that little crease right there? A piece of that tree.
A couple of chainsaws out here would knock this down real quick to get this lane cleared out. And then whoever owns these power poles to get the line put back up. It doesn't look like it's been disconnected. It looks like it's still connected on both sides.
Actually, here's a piece of it laying here that I cut off. And I actually hit the camper there last year.
Are you going to stay there?
So yeah, took the top, like I said, took the top out of that little maple tree. That was a nice looking little tree. Oh. Raise some cane, that's for sure.
Go ahead. Okay, I got one lane blocked, one lane that's still open. You want me to leave it as it is? And then head to 20 State.
Yeah, Sheriff's Department.
Head out to East State.
That's what this radio is. I got Sheriff's Department on it also. But yeah, that sucks right there. Here, let me go widescreen. You can see right here she's snapped off. That's a good 25 feet that was up. Now, we'll let her go, see what happens. Get her cleaned up this weekend. Old chunk pile of junk wood. Gotta throw it in there. But yeah, we'll cut this up for firewood. We'll have a pallet burn party one of these years. Actually,
Go ahead, here.
I'm attempting to make contact with Sandusky Township Road Maintenance.
Alright, we're going to shut this radio off. Huh. Cushion for the couch that sits on the front porch. Yeah, she blew. She definitely blew. They were calling 70 miles an hour. I wouldn't doubt if it was. So, man, it's starting. It's starting to lighten up now. It's starting to lighten up now. Yeah. Tammy's son-in-law's got a bucket truck. We were always gonna trees back off the house, but it got screwed up. It's not mobile right now. So I might rent something. Get up there and take them down from out over the house. So yeah, so much for getting some rest. Is this the only one that's missing? No, there's another one somewhere. Oh, there it is. We'll throw it right down there with that one. Old couch, we just keep it out here. Old chair. Sit down and relax. Let's walk out here and see what the rain gauge says. I just put it up when I got back from T-Town. Don't look like nothing's in it. Just shy of 2/10. So we'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. I'll take it. 2/10, I'll take it. Little drink. Yeah, like I was saying, probably have to get the generator out. hook her up before it gets dark so we got power. Get things around to go to work. I blew off this old cooler full of junk beer that I gotta get rid of.
You didn't happen to find the other rung to my chair, did you?
No. Is there a rung missing? Alright, the couch, one of the couch cushions, the end cushions was clear out by the firewood out back here, and the big maple tree by the camper, and then the big part of it that was sideways, that's down.
I figured that would be. It took my chair off the back porch and threw it out past the walnut tree.
Alright, I'll go look around and see if I can find it.
One, I can't find the other one.
I'll take a look. Oh, the rocker rung's off the bottom, huh?
Yeah.
No, it's broke. It's broke.
It's amazing that little plastic thing that's in the sandbox flew, what, 2 feet? And my chair was clear out past where the pulley.
I see it.
Oh, you see it?
I see it. It's right there. Back here behind the dog kennel. Yep, there it is. Little Gorilla Glue and she'll be good as new. Maybe. That lid is off the sandbox. Wasn't put on there right. So now we got this sand. That'll get the cake solid. Yeah, the breeze has calmed down. Sky's getting blue. Huh. Actually, it looks like it's getting a little bit darker over there again. But yeah, sun's coming out. All right.
And that never moved.
Time to relax before work tonight. Talk to y'all later. Yeah, back again. We are going to, or I am going to, get the generator out. Get her hooked up and ready to go. Oh, open these windows and let some air flow through the garage. It's hot in here. Compared to outside, it cooled off nice out. So, it's a good thing I'm tall, I can reach that. Tammy just said that down to work, people posting on Facebook and stuff that the power's out down there. Oh, that's a reach. Tied that one a little shorter. Woo! I have to lower that one down a little bit. Alright. Get this back window opened up. I just have to make sure I close all this down before we leave for work. It's a long reach when you gotta stretch over top of that motorcycle lift. All right. Oh, generator hasn't been started for a long time. I keep stabilizer in the fuel, so blew the garden hose off its holder. Guess I better pick that up, huh? Yeah, it's a rarity. Tennis shoes. I don't wear tennis shoes very often. All right, well, I gotta get it over here and then out the door. So we'll see how this goes. Tires still got air in them. Now the wind's blowing the door open for me. Not far enough. There we go. Boom. She's got gas in her. It's a good thing too, because I don't have much gas here. I don't think any of these are. No, that one's empty. That one's empty. That one's still full. Well, you know what? I'm gonna fill her up before I get her started. So let me see if I can set you guys right here. Turn you around. All right, that'll work. She was thirsty. Yeah, it's going to be a long night at work. Two and a half hours of sleep. All right. And lo and behold, bottle of treatment right there behind you guys. I'll dump a little bit of this in there so I don't forget. And then she's treated for the next time. Or for this time, however you want to say it. All right. Well, let's see. Turn the fuel on. That's the thing. You always turn the fuel off and let it run until it let it run out of gas, and that way there's no old stale gas in the carburetor to gum it up. That's another little secret to keeping your equipment running. All right, Tammy's gonna have to take a shower and stuff. I took one earlier today before I went to the doctor's. So I'll get it running, and that way she can get a shower and stuff. Let's see. One pull, you think? And it's not even a Honda, it's a Briggs. The only thing about this one I don't like is it runs wide open all the time. 5,000 watt Coleman power make. Got a real good generator. She'll power a lot of stuff. 5,000 watts will power a lot of stuff. Actually, while I'm thinking of it, I'm going to unplug the camper before I power that up too. That don't need to be charged. That battery should be charged up, so I need to get the other battery and put in there too. One of these days I'll run out of things to do. Never. Never, ever, ever. I'll never be able to say I'm bored and got nothing to do. I can guarantee you that. I'm going to set you guys back over here. Back to power. Well, that was simple. What's the matter, Max? Huh? You ready to go in? Oh, it's nice in the shade. Look, real nice right here. Ooh, that feels good. All right. You're probably hungry, ain't you? I think your food's empty, isn't it? Yep. All right, well, shut this off again. Who knows if it's the last time or not. But hey, thanks for watching. Everybody be safe. Be kind. Well, I know you can't see me, but it's about 20 after 10 Wednesday night. Still no power. We're on our way to work. Hopefully we got power when we get home in the morning. Night, everybody.